Hey guys, James here from 5-Star Rating 22 with another quick tip video. So let's go ahead and get stuck into this. This is dedicated to TerrainNoob. He always inspires me with just crazy little tips of cool things to do and cool things to use for cheap terrain. So you can see here I've got a thing of matches, a matchbook here. You get these from like gas stations, hotels, some nicer restaurants. I mean, they're free. You get them all the time. So I was always wondering, what could I use these for, and make some use out of this since they're free. And I think I figured out a few things. Well, if you look here, we've got, I'm going to take ahead and grab this, and there's a little staple here, and I'm just going to peel this apart. Now most of them are like this. Most of them have like a staple. And if you take ahead and open this up here, and here what you have actually is two little sheets of matches. They're on like this cardboard, this thin pressed cardboard. So then what you want to do here is take one of them, and what we're going to make is it makes good fence posting. Since it's already like perfectly level or perfectly spaced and whatnot, it makes it pretty easy. So if you take and look here, one of them's flush with the bottom cardboard, and one of the rows of matches is bent back. So we want to take the rows that's not flush with the cardboard, keep the ones that are flush, take the rest of them, and I'm just going to bend them back. I'm trying to keep them down as low as possible. Just going to bend them back, and then I'm going to take and rip them off. Just remove them like that. So you can see there, you can start to see we got some fence posting. And then easy thing to do is, I was using scissors before. You probably want to use scissors, but for demonstration purposes, I'm just going to snip some of these off. Now, for you younger kids and for everyone out there, actually, these match heads, these have propellant in them. They're very flammable. Be careful where you throw these away. My best advice is, when I took them, I just took them outside, put them on the sidewalk, and lit them up and let them burn, and then just kind of stepped on them. But I wouldn't just go throwing these in your garbage. You might find that your garbage just ends up starting on fire one day. So be careful with those match heads. Now save these ones that you tore off, because these ones are actually going to use for the board, for the supports in the back. So I just take and trimmed those up. And then I trim up a bunch of whatever length, and see, then that's gonna work for your posting on your matches. So that's save the extra ones that you tear off. And then on these, now you could leave them flat like this, and make more of a metal, more 40K style to them. Otherwise you can take and just cut little triangles off at the top of them, and make them look like fence posts, like the top of a lot of fence posts look, So just take and kind of chop off, and you see what I'm doing there is just adding a spike to the end of the corner there. So then what you would do is you'd take a piece of foam, if you're doing your terrain and foam, and you'd cut a slit into the foam and jam this down in there until it's flush with that, and then you just after you've jammed down in there, add your support pieces, paint it up, flock it and whatnot, and you can paint, you could have white picket fences. There you go, guys. Some nice white picket fences, or brown, or whatever, whatever color. And if you leave them like this, you could even do them up as bars, as metal bars. And if you want to do it more like a decrepit, broken, you can kind of bend these and warp these out of shape, have some kind of falling off to the side, and you can kind of mess around and play with them and still have them nice and supported down on the ground like that. So that's pretty fun, and I thought that was pretty fairly easy. I mean, the hard part of getting the spacing done right is already pre-done, because it's all connected to this bottom piece. So then all you have to do is jam it down in there. If you want to make it look a little more realistic, I'd take your end of your razor blade, and then just add the grain to the wood, just by kind of dragging your razor blade across it in kind of different angles and whatnot, so, and at different pressure. So there you go. And then when you paint that up, you'll start to see a little bit of grain and stuff in there. So if you can see that there. Alright, So of course I got to give you guys a little demo piece. So here's a little demo piece that I made up. You know, nothing fancy, and this was out of one. This is just one book of matches. You know, here's one half and then the other half, and then just the extra bits for the supports on the back here. So you know, with five match books, which wouldn't take you that long to get, you could make a decent sized row of fence. You know, and some people are gonna say, well, wouldn't it be easy just to make this out of balsa wood or something like that? But yeah, but I mean, this is free. This fence is free, and it doesn't look bad. I don't think it looks bad. And this cool little deadfall here that you see, that's actually from TerrainNoob. He told me to use the dried up the actual leaves from the tea bags. So I've been starting to save mine up now at work and stuff. And the coolest thing is it smells good. You can have it's like scratch and sniff stickers. But with terrain, you know, like you remember those in school, the scratch and sniffs? Yeah, it smells like tea. And I used some orange spice back here, some orange spice tea, and that smells really good. Yeah, so you can have scented scenery with the dried tea bags. So, anyways, guys, that's just a hint. And then also with these, save the packaging. If you've ever watched Mini Wargamings, they have a nice thing on sculpting with green stuff there. If you take this, cut this piece out here, and if you look here, I mean, that's a nice little piece of plastic card, free plastic card. It's kind of rough on this side, but on this side it's nice and smooth. You could do green stuff sculpting on that. So save those as well. I've been you know, I'm gonna start saving more of these. So it's just a quick tip, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and that's it for now from me. So you guys have a good one and keep on gaming. Later.